Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, it's Carole at Big Cat Rescue, and we are taking Des the Serval back out to his enclosure.
Actually,
he was in the cat hospital for some grooming.
The bigger sheet.
And he's given after a fit.
He's been kind of grouchy in here.
I hate it in the hospital.
But that's okay. You're a Serval. I get it.
Oh, it's okay, honey. It's okay.
Kenya's gonna do a magic trick where she puts a blanket over the cage, and he's gonna wake up at home.
Like making a happy cat.
I wanted to actually cover it because he's like trying to bite me through the thing. Yeah, so I don't want him biting you guys through the thing. He's just trying.
Good to know you care.
I care more about something happening to him.
Yeah.
So
I know.
We know.
We know.
Those
I
little
like you,
stoppers
but-
she's putting in is so that his door doesn't rattle and make a lot of noise on the way to the cage.
Okay, have fun. He's heavy.
Cindy, I loved your smalls shirt. I'm going to have to order one in the sleeveless size that I like, or the sleeveless style rather that I like.
Yeah,
I haven't looked yet to see if we put it on one of those, but usually we do. And I think Jamie and Victor were shopping for huge washer and dryers because we go through so much laundry in the cat hospital and the kitten cabana and intern housing because of all the kittens there. It's always a ton of blankets and sheets and fleecy beds and cat beds and all kinds of stuff that needs washing. You can ride with me if you want. So hug the wall so that you don't trip the gate. It's a parade. Seth was out here a minute ago. It is 68 degrees in Tampa, Florida. It's been really cold for us. I was on a call with some people that we work with in Washington, D.C., and they were asking, what do you do when it gets cold? And it's like, well, we put hay in the dens and we give them heating pads, but in all the years we've been doing this, I think I've only seen ice on the bulbs twice, and it was gone within a couple hours of sunrise. You really feel for those places where winter is an issue. You have to turn away just because looking right into the sun, you won't be able to see a thing there. There's Bruce Bobcats with the birds. Ever since my golf cart came back, I give myself a whiplash. I know they went in and did some cleanup in his cage while he was in the hospital.
Yeah, they'll make your guys' lives a little easier.
Oh, you're just gonna drive them right up?
Yeah.
I like that.
It's a 75-pound cage with a 40-pound cat in it.
Yeah, I hear he's going on a diet.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been eating.
Hear that, Becky?
Mush for like the past 2 days. Mush only.
He's only got 3 legs, so he really cannot afford to be carrying a lot of extra weight. Hide behind the tree here.
I wouldn't have hit you. You ready, buddy?
I bet it is cold in Connecticut. Features singing the song of your people.
At least it's a big safety gate.
made for carrying a lion in.
Yeah.
We're caught.
Becky heard me call her out on him. Apparently she was watching.
Probably doesn't know what's going on. He's like, well, I'm not opening.
Looks like they raked and got up all the leaves so that he won't have fleas. Gotta love that. Yeah, that'd be great.
So the door.
Hold us something, won't touch you.
Ah, yes. Thanks.
So Lauren took the rope from me.
Can you lower me, please?
Yes. That makes more sense.
No, just enough so he can come out. He's not that friendly.
No.
And then if you pull your sheet up just a little bit. Go outside.
He's facing the other direction.
He's turning.
There he goes.
There he goes.
There you go.
Good job.
Yeah, bye-bye.
He's at home.
All right, go into the den.
Look down the road, make sure there weren't any snacks coming. Then he went in the den.
No snacks. He just got them.
So I have to wait until they are completely out to double check the locks. That's why we're sitting here watching them move the cage. So let me chat with you a while. I know a lot of you have been trying to buy stuff at the catrescue.biz site, and it just was taking forever to load, and I don't know what happened, and I just finally gave up today and tried a new theme. It cost me $180 to buy a new theme, but it's loading. The longest it took me to load any of the sections, which women's clothing is like the biggest section we have, was 12 seconds, which is still a really long time, but at least it loads, and it seems to be working. I don't know if your paw points are working yet, so if any of you guys shop with paw points, if you wouldn't mind going to catrescue.biz and checking just to see if it's possible to do that. See if the pop-ups come up and if it gives you the option of paying with paw points or not. I think that's the only thing that might end up still needing to be fixed, but it's not as pretty as the old site, but at least it's operational. And the money raised from that site goes to funding the freedom fight. We have a shopping website at bigcatrescue.biz that is what funds the sanctuary and taking care of the cats. And then catrescue.biz is actually for getting laws changed to protect the cats. He distracted me. He was being so adorable. Okay, you're good. Thank you.
No more grouchy Serval in the hospital.
I like that. Did you give them a hard time, Des? Are you so vicious? I was so vicious. I'm a meanie. Can't blame him. He doesn't want to be in a cage. This is probably not the best way to come because there's so many empty cages back here. I'm sorry, Des. I was not following you, really. I was just coming over here to Cyrus and Chaos, if I can figure out how to get to them. We have a number of empty enclosures because back in the 90s when we started with the rescues from 3 different fur farms. And the cats in fur farms were Bobcats and Lynx. And so there were 56 cats at one farm, and then 28, and then 22. And all of our cages were built to accommodate that size cat. But after we bought out the fur farms, that pretty much ended people trading in Bobcats and Lynx. There's still a little bit of that going on, but nothing like it was when there were fur farms. And we bought out all of the fur farms in the U.S. and we were in the process of buying them out in Canada as well. Well, there's a cat. Yeah, looking for somebody. There's Chaos. So the only calls that we usually get anymore to rescue cats are lions and tigers, and the whole reason for that is some people don't understand that whenever you pay to see a cub, or God forbid pet a cub, that's what drives 99.9% of the abuse, because as soon as those cubs are about 12 weeks old, they can take off a finger of a child, so they can't use them anymore, and they end up being discarded into horrible situations or just up and disappearing. Everybody's feeling so frisky. So the biggest thing we have to fix next is ending cub petting, because that's what drives so much of the abuse. It's Devin! I just did your coordinator report.
Nice.
Are you doing evening meds and snacks?
Yes, so I'm heading over to Diablo. Hopefully he'll be cooperative. That's always good.
He won't let me watch.
Will he not?
No. I'll stay back. He's like, it's a trick if there's 2 people.
I guess that's true. He gets very suspicious sometimes.
He's smarter than the average cat. Yep, I heard Beat Your Song. There's Armani. She's on Funcation. Funcation is that all that metal you see over there on the roof. It's 22,000 square feet, and Armani is on Funcation for 2 weeks. Hey, Nicole. How's my cat tree going for little Pearly? Nicole and Bob run B&C cat pet furniture, I think is now what it's called. Used to be called Cat Playgrounds, and they create a lot of cute little couches and scratching posts and such like that for us to sell at the sanctuary and for our kittens in the kitten cabana. And I just recently gave them a special design for the kitten cabana that can be heated so that our kittens can come even when it's cool. They're having to stay in intern housing when it's too cold. Yeah. And they're also creating one for my cat. Kiki V, it's been since the 90s since that's happened. We have such strict protocols in place and security measures and disaster plans. So like if the winds get up to 30 miles an hour, the cats are locked in roof sections. Like these sections all have roofs on them. We have some big open air cages where if a tree were to fall down, it would create a ramp out of there. And so we call the cats into the roof sections when it's windy so that that doesn't happen. I wonder who he's going to do next. Maybe Hoover, since he's headed down that way. We'll go see. Stacy Lynn asked about how we handle cats who were originally pets. What we have found, because back in the day when we first started, we petted the cats here, and a lot of the cats who came were kittens, and so they had to be bottle raised. They were accustomed to being handled by people. But what you find is, once they get to be adults, which, depending on the species, is usually about 1.5 years to 3 years, maybe 4 years for tigers, they don't want to be touched anymore. They just don't want it. And so usually people give up their animals when they reach that phase. And it's not because they don't want to be touched that people give them up. It's also when they become adults and start peeing all over everything. And that's when people give them up. They'll give you a lot of excuses for why, but it's really because the cats pee all over everything. So what we have found is the cats don't miss it. They certainly don't seek it out. And to do it would just send the wrong message. These guys are not pets, and I just cringe when I see people at other places that call themselves sanctuaries petting their cats, and they say, "Oh, but we want to show people that, you know, they're worthy of our love," and all of the other stupid crap that they make up for their reasons of wanting to show off. What if I go over there? You want to see what I have? What have I got, Marianne? I have something. I have something interesting. It's so interesting. Good job. You're so smart. Look at you up there. Max is getting meds because he's limping a bit. So we have a page on our website. If you go to bigcatrescue.org, in the search bar, type, "Don't they miss being petted?" There's a whole paragraph, whole page about how they do not miss being petted. Okay, here, Cameron roaring. Oh, Mary, good to see you. Yes, thank you for posting that one. Nicole, thank you for doing all those units. Luana has done an amazing job of creating what are called units in Facebook. And it's sections that teach people about the different things that we do and why we do it at Big Cat Rescue. Gonna hop on the coolaroo. Seth, where you headed? That was not very fair, was it? He got all the goods, huh? That's probably because you bit him. You don't know if he's on antibiotics or pain meds, but he's been limping a little bit. And every once in a while, she'll haul off and bite him. Which answers the question, why don't they have buddies? I hear that all the time. People have an absolute fit about the fact that most of our cats live by themselves, and it's because cats are solitary. They want to live by themselves. Even cats like Max and Marianne, who get along great most of the time, will bite each other. In fact, Taboo just got bit by a camera. Everybody sees how much those two just love each other and bathe each other and hang out together all day, and then something happens and one of them will fall off and bite the other one, and then they got to be on antibiotics for it. Everything in me, every time that happens, just wants to say, you know what, I'm done with this. It's just not happening anymore. Hello, Noir. I'm going to stay way back for this because I don't want to distract her at all. It's hard enough to get her to eat. There were so many nice things that people said in support of what we did with Maya. But there were some who were critical and said we waited too long and we should have euthanized her. And if you guys remember, I don't know, it's probably been 6 months ago now, Keisha had horrible seizures, couldn't walk, acted like she was blind. We went through days of her not eating and struggling to get anything into her, and she's back. She's doing really well. She's still fussy about eating, but
Here, how about some chicken?
she's very chuffy.
Is that better? How you feeling? How about some ground beef? You want that?
We all were hoping that, Christina. Yeah, Nabisco is the one that kept coming to my mind every time somebody said that we shouldn't have let it go on for 35 hours. It's like, Nabisco's had a number of seizures. We can't find the source of them, can't seem to address it because they're not consistent enough to isolate a cause. And a lot of times the medications that they're on are as bad or worse than the seizures themselves. So he's been a difficult one to deal with, but I forgot how bad Keisha had been, how close we came to losing her. You're making it very hard for Devin, Chuffy Tiger. Yeah, you're all chuffy. Let's come over here.
Nice quiche. You don't want to eat anything?
I've heard that she fit better for men than she does for women.
Yeah, she actually ate, I think Lauren said about an hour ago, she ate a couple pounds.
Oh, good.
So that may be why she's not the biggest mood to eat. But anything extra Keisha eats is always good. You want any of this? How about some of this? So we go everywhere.
It's funny how that's the meat of the day.
Right, I know, it's strange. That kind of went everywhere. Okay, look right there. Going off the ground. People said you would eat it off the ground. Is that true? You just gotta open a little bit wider. A little wider, Keish. Andre can get you out of here. He's good.
Leslie's back there saying, I'll take her treats. Goodness. Lots of fussiness. Are you coming out this gate?
Yes.
They said they love seeing Keisha take you for a walk.
Right? It's totally true. We just follow them around. Hope they want to eat some food. It's the opposite of the wild. We chase them.
Christina, I didn't see who you were asking about whether or not they could go on vacation. Some of the cats won't go on vacation. I'm thinking the last time we tried to get Keisha to go, she wouldn't go, and Gabrielle wouldn't go. And if they won't go, they don't have to. We try for an hour or two to get them to go down the tunnels, but if they choose not to, then it's not something we'll want to force on them. Wow, you don't see Camera waiting by the side of the cage that often. You gonna follow him? Gonna go? Let's go. Uh-huh. Are back. I don't know where they go when they're not here. Scared some squirrels. Hi. Hello, Isabu. I know. Life can be so unfair.
So what are you going to want to eat, Cam? Do you know? Is it going to be pork? Is it the magic meat? Hey, Cammy. Hey. Nice. Is that it? Is it good? Cam, look. Sniff this. Cam. You don't need to show you, just swallow. That works too. Alright, good stuff, Cam. Good stuff. Now I just have lots of treats. What? Red? You said you weren't liking red. You changing it up? Maybe? This one's even better. It's good stuff. There we go. Here. Here. Look here. Grab some chicken. You see, you do want that. You see, it's good stuff. Sniff. What are you doing, bird? There's a lion right here. Try some red again. Now we're going to put some ground turkey in it. Look, sniff. It's good stuff. Do you want this? Turkey drum? Yes. Nice job. Fly away, bird. Sabu was patiently waiting. He's like, I know you're out there.
He doesn't have anything wrong with his
I've got a
lower
whole
jaw.
other turkey drum as well, Cam, if you want that. Here, look at this. Sniff. You almost took it. That was a close one, Cam. You almost took it. There's no more meat on that. That one's done. That's just the bone. He's like, I'm not finish it. Look. Look at this. What is it? Here. Look at it. Have some red. Red. Want any more? Good. Pork. I promise there was nothing weird in it. It was just chicken drum or turkey drum. That's it. Any of this, Cammy? Oh, you almost took it. Almost. Get it. Grab it. No? Is that it? Is that it, Mr. Cam? Yeah? Well, I gotta go give your girlfriend some food next, so you gotta wait a little bit longer. I'm sorry. Alright. Alright, Boo, it's your turn. Good treat.
She probably bit herself.
I know, it's very exciting.
That's how we get treats out here.
Right?
Show them a minor flesh wound.
Here you go, Boo. Nice job. Let's do
Can't
that
even
again.
see the spot where he bit her.
Do that again.
So I'm
Just
her
swallow.
legs.
No chewing. These ones taste nasty. Nice job, Boo. These pieces are just treats.
On her leg, it's just barely visible.
this one. Here you go. You did very good, Boo. Very good.
All right. That's it for me, you guys. Thank you, everybody.
There you go.
Thank you, Devin.
Very good. Bye.
Thank you, Sabu.
You did very good, Boo.